I just called it Dead by Daylight Weird Talk.
Perfect.
I've got titles for Mike shit, so it's just conspiracy theories with Mike. And I just don't know what. Like,
Yeah.
it is.
You can rename it later, dude.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
It's really easy to do, so. Fuck the wailing bell. I don't like that. With the doctor.
Alright, I'm in Dead by.
Yep. You're also, wasting our time not telling us what we're talking about, buddy. Invite Sin.
There we go.
I'm just calling it aliens. Just talking about aliens again.
Talk about aliens.
That's perfect. I love
Jesus Christ.
Love it.
Honestly, both work for Dead by, since like the Spirit just came out and the next one might be alien based.
Yeah, there we go.
So.
Yeah. Texas, go lay down. Yeah.
Oh, dude, your lover boy Adam Francis's perk might not actually work all the time.
Really?
Yeah, it might be a little busted right now.
Shit.
Dude, it for sure is, Michael. You know it is because you have had it not work for you.
Yeah, but there's 100 seconds for it to work too, so I don't know
It's
if
just
that
broken.
was part of it. Is it?
Yeah.
Shit.
I was watching videos about it. Motherfucker, join the goddamn game.
I think I did. I just
Oh, okay.
loading shit.
I thought that was
Like-
you already in it, so I was bitching at Mike.
No, it just like kept kicking me in and out of it. Like it was just like
Oh, that's
fucking
weird.
this weird little limbo of bullshit. Yeah, I don't know what was happening there. It just now I'm in, I guess. So what the fuck ever. I ended up getting the Strode trophy.
Nice.
Yay.
Your Strophy?
Strode it good.
Yeah, dude, the Strophy. With the
A
Huntress,
trophy.
hit a survivor with a hatchet throw attack 4 times. Okay, so it's not a survivor thing. Like,
Let me get my title set up here too. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Alright, I got that going. Hell yeah.
So, Mike, what do you want to be talking about?
Alright. Yeah, last time we touched up on like different alien races, primarily the Greys, but this time I'm just like, I was watching this video and a dude he was saying how he got like into like Area 51. He goes down this like elevator and he's with this couple like special forces guys from the army. They go down this elevator shaft and it's just a shootout. Like they didn't expect them to be there. Like it was like a weird. So like in the middle of a shootout, the guy gets his like arm blasted off, and then the special forces guy like kind of like saves him and pushes him back in and shoots it up, and he just continues like fighting him. And I go, I don't know. That sounds more of like a storytelling like movie seller to me than
That just sounds like complete fiction to me, yeah.
Yeah.
dude, yeah. What do you mean he pushes it back? Like he pushes the dude's arm back in?
No,
Like,
no. So he got blasted. Like the guy that's like was talking
Anyone
about it.
getting
He's like,
blasted sounds like fake to me.
yeah. Thank
Like-
you. It was like he said it was like an energy gun, and here I am thinking of like like okay, like Star Wars blaster gun. Like what?
That sounds like complete horseshit to me. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's That's one I watched, and he's done like a bunch of like he's had a bunch of talks about it, and he goes around and tells people his story and stuff, and he's missing like half his arm, and I'm like, I don't know,
Dude, I
like
hope
it's
he
just
cut his own arm off just to
to
sell
sell the story.
I gotta sell the story. Gotta lose an arm and just like put it down on the table, starts hacks on at it.
See, I hope that's the case,
Yeah.
but I feel like he was just born like without part of his arm or like lost part of it otherwise.
Right.
Like either
just
way, I
like
don't have any faith in this guy's story.
No. No, and he tells like he gets paid to go around and like tell his experience. And I'm like, what? Like, I don't know. That one just seemed a little far fetched. Like 'cause I personally believe in aliens, but like some of the stories that come out, it's like,
Dude,
Sure, the three of us are in agreement that aliens are a thing.
since I wasn't in the last one, real quick, just I'm 100% sure that there's aliens out there. I don't for advanced or super like even just bacteria on another planet is another fucking alien race, and with how giant the universe is, I think it's impossible that there's not other life of some kind. Like maybe not your traditional Greys or little green men or whatever other fucking X-Files shit, like the tall men or whatever, but like. There's just no way.
And
like fucking life finds a way, man. Like
yes, and I fully agree with you on that. I think it's naive to think that there isn't anything else. Like, you know,
I think that's like a really religiously like founded thing where it's like God
Yep.
made us, so like we're special, and it's just like an ego / like brainwash thing.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, like we're the best. Like there can't be anything but us.
Yeah,
Like
we're
our own
literally made in God's
narcissistic
image, and
values.
God made the rest of these animals for us to eat. Like, okay, that's like a very like I don't want to actually think about the nature of existence kind of mindset.
Right, like what we are actually doing, and yeah. No, that's a solid point too. Because I've talked to people and like, there's no way aliens exist. We'd know they're here. And I was like, well, what do you?
How
what do you
have we gone
consider
out to
alien?
them?
Yeah.
Right.
What if we are the oldest race? We might be, but like we're not even to that point yet.
Right.
On our own planet, we have evidence that like ancient civilizations were highly advanced, maybe up to our point, maybe beyond, maybe not quite up to it, but they were really advanced and they fell apart. So like, what's to say other alien nations haven't come close and then fell apart? Like,
Exactly. That's a dude. Like the ancient alien theory, dude. I fully believe
that's
some
another
of that.
that could have been a thing. What if we're like the remnants of a dead alien race? Like,
Yeah. Like they left and
Dude,
like we're just
Mars is
here.
kind of creepy that way, because like it kind of like feels out like a planet that just ruined at one point.
yeah, it
Like,
could be.
I know I've heard like a lot of shit like about how Mars like used to be able to sustain life and used to have rivers and stuff. And, like it could be that like maybe
Yeah, they're finding more
like,
evidence
the
that there like
shittier
is or
theory to
was
me is
water.
that it's us and we just like fucked that planet up and
Right.
it just shot off to this planet and like
Dude,
we're just
that's-
gonna do the same. Like
We are.
Ashley just told me a theory about that, like that we actually lived there and like we did, you know what I mean? Like some people believe that, like we, and I go, that
not
would
far-fetched.
be that's
that makes sense to
Just
me.
look at what
that
we're
does.
doing.
Yeah,
Here.
mentally, I can totally see that being the case. Like,
Yeah, and then like certain abductee stories, they'll say like how that certain races of aliens just are like irritated with how we treat our planet.
Yeah,
that affects
absolutely.
the whole universe. And I go, I could totally see that. Like
yup.
everyone's like, why would they be here? It's like, well, probably because we're like using nukes, killing each other, and they don't want us fucking up the whole universe. Like,
They don't want us
Yeah.
in space at all. Like, I can see that for sure. Like, these guys can't hold down a
Could
planet.
be that, or
like,
even just like we've gone down that path and it doesn't work. Like, because
Right.
there's a whole bunch of like what ifs and who knows. Like,
right. That's true. Yeah, it's an interesting topic. I mean,
absolutely.
I've been leaning towards the underwater one lately, like that they can like they might have like certain bases like in the ocean because we can't even search that deep in there. But I don't know. I haven't really researched it or watched anything on it, so.
Yeah, the only thing I know about that is that video you had me watch, like with a bunch of the alien races. Like, They like straight out and out were just like, "Yep, these are the Atlanteans. They took," and then the guy's just like, not to be confused with the Atlanteans from
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
city of Atlantis,
Yeah.
but aliens that hang out in the city of Atlantis now that it's
Yeah, the
failed.
ruined
It's
city.
Like,
New wave Atlanteans.
right, like, come, what the fuck? Like,
Dude, that was hilarious because it's like you're throwing out planets and different places they've lived and
dude,
all
they
this
threw out
shit.
so many different, like, just like crazy shit, like the Nazis, and I'm like, wait, what? They're just like, yeah, the Nazis spliced their blood with aliens and made pacts with aliens, and now they live underground.
They would have been
It's a
willing to,
right.
but I don't think so. See, anybody who's like selling tons of random shit like that is like, this is all fact. Like, I immediately don't believe. I'm like, this is good fiction.
Dude, the way they sold it was that they found a book from Russia that was just a list of like
Yeah.
different alien races and how they came about, but like some of the races were just insane. It was like the Wakanda. Like, this isn't real,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, no, I.
the
Yeah.
what I'm afterwards, the name I can't remember, but it's like the Wakandians, a black alien race that lives under Africa.
Right, right.
Like,
It
what?
sounds like they might have just found like a D&D like sci-fi styled like alien race book or something.
And just started going
Got
off
confused.
on it. Yeah.
Like,
Dude, that's honestly what I think on that one video, Matt, because oh shit, good attempt. And then yeah, there's so many different theories and stuff coming out on them, and it's still crazy to me. Like, I don't know, like there's a thing on online that I read that like the Pope said there's like a possibility of aliens, and then he like later on went to say that he didn't say that. Like, I was like, what? Like, it's kind of weird. Oh shit, I'm gonna die. Oh well.
I tried to save you, dude. I just like, he's like right up
And-
my ass. I can't get out of this.
So I watched the video the other day on what was it? So there's this guy that was like, he kind of similar to the other one. He was like in the army, and he's like, yeah, they'd make me like make up excuses of why I'd have to leave, and then I'd go do like my autopsies on aliens in like Nevada and stuff, and he goes, I'm doing all this, and I finally, I got out of it, and then I've been like, leaking information to the public. I think everyone deserves to know what we're actually doing, and going on about this, and the interviewer goes, so they told you could tell everyone about this. And yeah, basically, he's going on like it's just casual. I'm like, I don't know, dude. Like, you're saying like the government said, yeah, it's fine, just go ahead and throw out like documents and shit that we didn't want really posted. Like, it's kinda
Yeah,
weird.
right. I feel like that guy'd be dead.
Yeah.
How
Oh,
that
no,
would
it gets-
end if you spilling secrets and shit.
And it gets better though. They took them to like what they called like a washroom, like where they kill people in. There's like
Yeah.
drains everywhere, and it's like a room or whatever. And he goes in there, and they're like basically like, we're telling them basically, you've done this, and this, and then he's like, no, I haven't. They go, you breached your contract, and this is what happens when you breach your contract with us. And he's like, no, I haven't breached it actually. And they're like reading through his contract. They left the room, came back, and they're like, well, we are sorry. There must have been a mix-up. We're gonna send you back home. I was like, man. And the guy was like crying as he's telling this part of the story. He's like, I don't know if he's just trying to sell it, like. I mean,
For
we'll never
sure.
know. I
Yeah.
think so. With the tears and stuff, like it was traumatizing for him. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, I don't know. It looked like he was trying to sell it pretty hard, but I would be like, I think it'd be pretty intense, like to see like an actual like UFO or something of that sort. I just don't know if I would be like, if I would like lock up, like be like freaked out, or You know what I mean? Or just be like, oh, this is something different. Let's see what this is about.
I mean, it just depends. Like, how far away is it? What do they look like? Where are they coming out? What are they doing?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
are
A
they
lot of variables.
attacking? Like,
Right. Yeah. Is it just like, yeah, is it just like they flew by and I'm like just got a glimpse of it and I'm like, oh, maybe maybe that's what it was.
and then 3 years later, you die of cancer.
Yeah, and dude, a lot of abductee people have had like huge cases of like nuclear reaction to being around their ships and stuff, and they'll have like feel like sick and puking their guts out for like a week and shit. That it's like a pretty common part of the experience, I guess. And it's like, man, that sounds shitty. That sounds shitty though.
Nope. Fuck you, guy.
He just ran right by the killer, like, multiple times. This killer was really bad. He was really fucking bad.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
I think you just ended up slipping up early on, Mike.
Yeah, because this dude really was bad. When he was chasing me, I literally stopped in the dark area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walked. I was like, oh, he got me. But I was dedicated. I was like, fuck it.
I had at least
And,
2
like,
cases of that
walked
shit.
past me. Like, I was like, oh, you didn't see me. Okay. Sure.
I think I just got.
Yeah, you had like
talked to
a
her.
UK. I think it was just bad luck on that one.
Yeah. I did that earlier and then I fucked up because he hit me and I went out the door and then literally just turned on the door. He walked by me, he looked around and I was like, you know what, screwed, I'm gonna bolt. As I start running, he hits me. I was like, ah, shit.
Well, I got a det Meg.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Mike, got any other, like, weird stories or anything?
Yeah, do you have any other bullshit that we can disprove?
Disprove. Oh, I don't know. I just think it's gonna be interesting, like, if they ever are just like open about things. Like, yeah, no, we definitely have had alien contact, or, you know what I mean? Like, the possibility of finally being like open on it.
Yeah, man. I'd like to see
will,
like whatever, if they have any like thing that they're willing to share at any point. That'd be great.
Right. Yeah, I will admit that Area 51 is kind of like a cool, like it's always got my imagination riled. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like, why there's a base there,
Right.
you know, whether it
Like,
be
what-
aliens or just like government
Just-
weapons testing or some shit, you know.
Right. I would love to get the chance to go there, but it's like, man, it's, yeah, you gotta be like a top dog or have a huge security clearance.
You gotta be a junkyard dog for that, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, Michael, this is your calling, dude. You need to become a top dog, and then you
I
can
need-
just spill all the secrets.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, here I am just trying to smoke pot on the regular, and now you.
We need you to be a top dog.
Dude, once you're the top dog, though, you don't even have to worry about it.
Yeah. Probably not too much.
I'd be the junkyard dog for life.
You are.
You've always been the junkyard
You'll always
dog.
be the junkyard dog to me.
Old junkyard.
Yep. That's what we call you.
Yeah, I need to look into the water theory. Like some people like to think Atlantis is actually like, like a city of like an alien species that lives in the ocean. Like they have bases there and stuff. And I was like, man, that's interesting, but the ocean's
So-
like not very well explored, so it's kind of interesting. But
This isn't
that
necessarily-
wouldn't make them alien though.
This isn't necessarily alien related, but there's this asshole who writes books about how there's like a tribe of like psychic like the reason we've never found Bigfoot is because they're all psychic, and he like has met with them and like Yeah, he's like written multiple books about telekinetics Bigfoot society that lives like right here amongst us in the woods of like the Pacific Northwest and I think the rest of the world, honestly. And they just like make themselves invisible and are like hyper advanced like creatures and shit. And I'm just like, I don't know, man. Like, what the fuck?
Damn,
I think they might
that's
be
deep.
aliens. I don't remember if he says that they come from Earth or not, but yeah, I don't remember the dude's name, but like it's really easy to find this shit. And I was like half tempted to like buy the book just to like read this nonsense.
Right. See what the hell.
Yeah, yeah. He's written like four or five of them,
Holy
just about like
shit.
living amongst the psychic fucking Bigfoot
The
society.
psychic Bigfoot, yeah.
Yeah. Are you looking it up or?
It, I'm looking
No,
it up.
that's
Oh,
just
okay.
insane.
So
Jesus
he,
Christ.
so is it that he
Oh, dude,
thinks
the
that
psychic Sasquatch and
Bigfoot's
the
psychic?
UFO connection. No, that there's a race of them and they're all psychic. Yeah, the psychics,
Then
Sasquatch and their UFO connection by Jack Kiwani Lapsuritis, and he does not conventions, but like he does like meetings where he like talks about it and like people go and shit. Very
shit.
niche, very niche.
Yeah. He's found his peace and just stuck with it.
It honestly just sounds like
Yeah.
he's a dude who lives in the woods and likes to trip balls.
I think that's actually sounds more like it.
Oh yeah, way
Yeah,
fucking more likely.
I think I would freak out if I was tripping balls like in the woods, like by
If
myself.
I was alone,
like,
I feel like yeah.
God damn, it's the trapper again.
God damn,
He's
dude.
hit me. It's quite really tough. Okay.
yeah, I think I would like have like a freak out, like oh
God,
shit.
get me fucked.
It all just depends. Like with hallucinogens, you gotta just be on your A game and just not freak yourself out. But like, it's really easy to freak yourself out. So
Right. Like thinking about shit like this. And
yeah,
then
you can like
popping it.
yeah, it's like you're walking on like not like a tightrope, but like still a pretty narrow passage, and it's easy enough not to fall off. But if you start to, you're gone.
Damn. Dude, I'm gonna have to try it one of these days. Oh, hell,
I'll try it with you, Michael.
Yeah,
let's do it.
And by that I
Down.
mean like if you know somebody, you talk to me.
Oh god, I got hit and then into
I'm
the
coming for you,
trap.
Matt.
Oh, this
I
is
failed
going
you,
all
Matt. I failed you. No, I'd be down. I think that'd be fun. I want to try the peyote.
I want to try it all.
Ah, shit, it took me away. Dude, and then the Air Force has had multiple like sightings and like data of like seeing like UFOs appear and I'm just it all just kind of like just gets kind of thrown under the radar though. It's like that's neat, and then they're like that's cute. We don't care though. Like
Yeah, I do like to watch those like dumb UFO shows. Like a lot of them are just like, I do enjoy watching those.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I like listening to like stories even if they're like clearly bullshit or if they're like
Yeah,
legit
yeah.
sounding.
Dude, yeah. It, like, yeah, a lot of it can get, some of it can be, like, interesting, and then sometimes they get to a point where it's just like, you're kind of bending my willingness to...
Dude, it's that like that book, like that dude was just rattling off UFO shit out of. I was just like, dude, what?
Fuck
Come
Right.
the fuck on with this shit, dude. Like 95% of the aliens, like, kept just like they're invisible, they're telepathic,
Yeah.
like just 95%. And then this one, he's just like trying to get weirdly spooky with it. He's just like, yeah, have you ever felt? He's like, they're invisible, but our human anatomy can feel uneasy. Have you ever felt like you're being watched? That's them. And it's just like, oh my god, okay, dude. Like,
Dude, that's kind of... And I'm like,
Bro.
what if...
Oh.
It's like,
Keep going with your thought.
it's like if they're invisible, can you, like, hit them, or, you know what I mean? Like, if I just started swinging around, like...
Well, yeah. Invisible
Just,
is an
like,
intangible.
walking. Like, yeah. Yeah, you'd be able to walk into them. You'd assume like invisible aliens, like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they just don't know, and so they would call them invisible, and they might be intangible. Intangible would be weird, because then you're just like, can walk through shit. Fuck that.
Oh yeah.
But the description for the Psychic Sasquatch book. The result of 40 years of documented research on the Sasquatch, a factual account of a scientist's astounding journey, finally revealing answers to the most perplexing unsolved mystery in modern times. In the summer of 1977, an elderly lady sat quietly reading a book on the porch of her cottage in a densely wooded area in northern Wisconsin. Suddenly, an invisible force sent the book out of her hands onto the porch floor. She heard someone laughing. At the edge of the forest stood the form of a huge ape-like creature with dark auburn hair all over its body. This credible lady continued... Wow, describing her as credible in the description is fucking hilarious. This credible lady continued to have telepathic...
Just disconnected.
Yeah.
I just got killed. It
That's
said
not what I'm
disconnected?
seeing.
Yeah, it says disconnected on my side, too.
What the hell?
This credible lady
I'm-
continued to have telepathic conversations with a man creature for 4 consecutive summers and came to know him as Sasquatch. Is this a rare and unusual event? Not at all. Jack Kawani Lapsuritis has devoted his life to this research, conducting countless interviews and spending weeks alone in the forest, quietly trying to communicate with them rather than hunt them. The psychic Sasquatch provides us with revelations about these gentle creatures and the astonishing truth about their connection with extraterrestrials and why they cannot be found. I think it's about them living in another dimension on top of our own, and they can, like, warp between it.
Oh.
Like, it's straight nuts bullshit.
Dude, that's pretty, like, mind-fucking, yeah. Like that, yeah. I'm gonna have to read in that, because that sounds, yeah, that sounds pretty deep for even me.
Man. I just want this other person to fucking die, so I might have a chance to find the hatch. Oh god, I can see him back there.
I'm gonna take a quick smoke break here while I'm dead, and then yeah, maybe we'll get into some ghost talk too.
Yeah, it didn't seem like you had too much to say about aliens.
Yeah, I kind of had the shit. Yeah, I went over like the species last time, and then I thought I had a little more, but I didn't have too much extra on it.
Gotcha.
So I was like, I was trying to remember some stuff, and it just wasn't happening.
You still there, Matt? Sounds like Matt ran off too.
Did he pull a Houdini? Or he'd leave?
Yeah, I think he wants to go take care of
that.
Tolly or something real quick. There he is.
I did that to him last night. I fell asleep on him. Was I talking to you still, Matt?
What?
When I was falling asleep, was I still trying to talk to you, or was it just like...
Snoring.
Oh, it was literally...
Snore the bunch.
Mike, before you go for your smoke break, wow, okay. Real quick. So, like, one time I swear I saw a UFO.
Yeah.
Me and my buddy, way back in the day, we were in, like, middle school, I think. And I lived by Leaser Park. So, this Leaser Park's just this big open field, basically. And we were just hanging out, and just one night when we were hanging out there, we saw, like, in the square pattern, I think it was, like, 16. Yeah, like 4x4 giant floodlights just in the sky, just, like, blink on and just, like, move slowly and then, like, blink back off again. Like, it was really underwhelming, but we were like, that's not like a plane.
Holy shit, like, that, dude, that very well could be, like, definitely, because that none of our aircraft, like, you know, would
Yeah,
look
use, like,
that.
a 4x4, like, square pattern of, like, just floodlights, basically.
Right. Yeah, I know, that's pretty neat, dude.
Yeah, that was way the fuck back in the day, though.
Was it like eerie when you saw it, or was it just like?
Oh, yeah,
that's
we
different?
we just like stared at it and were like, what the fuck is this?
Damn. Did you have any missing time? I know that's like a big thing with Alien.
It's hard to tell just because like we just saw it and we're
time.
just hanging out in the middle of the night anyway, so we weren't like paying too much attention.
Right. Dude, I tried to like find a like after I'd seen my first ghost and the only one I've seen. I was trying to put a connection like later on in my life. I was looking at like the missing time from like the alien abductees.
Yeah.
And then looking back, like when I seen the ghost with the missed time with seeing that, I was like, man, there might be some sort of link there, but I could just be like, nah, it's good.
Oh, that match fucking sucked dick. Yeah, dude, you disconnected. You didn't get any EXP.
That's super weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a UFO, but I used to have like super hardcore dreams that I was being like fucking abducted all the time.
Hmm. Yeah.
Just like,
As long as you're not
Is it
pushing that
cool?
as like proof of them.
no.
Because there are some
like,
people who would.
Yeah. No, I know they would. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, no. And this was like when I was a kid too.
Right.
So it's kind of like. It was
That's the
mostly,
same-
I think, because my dad used to watch X-Files around that time.
Yeah.
Because
Absolutely.
like my
man.
dad wouldn't let me watch like a lot of like the actual episode. Like he'd just be, oh, it's bedtime, and then so you catch like the alien doing something like shitty, and then like that music playing as you're trying to sleep, and you're just like, I was
Oh, for sure. That'll like it, music right when you're trying to sleep will definitely influence what you're thinking and dreaming of.
yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't like me seeing that UFO. I don't really like talking about it too much because I'm like, I don't really know, man. I was a kid at the time, and two, like it's super vivid, and I very much remember like both of us were like, what the fuck was that? Talking to people about it, and everyone was just like, I don't know. But I'm still just like, it was like, felt like 10 seconds of just watching it like go by in the sky slowly before like they all just shut off. Like it was just quick and like it was just like, and it was like a cloudy fucking night too.
Right.
So I'm like, I don't know. But yeah, that's like the problem I have with like alien stories is because like as soon as they get in, it's because like you can't win. Either it's you don't have enough detail or it's like bullshit. How do you have so much detail? Like
Right.
without any like hard evidence, and that's the other problem. Just like, oh, that's my story. Do you have any like thing to prove, like to show anything? No, just my story. I can create a great too, man. Like,
Right.
and this is something that I'd like it to be real, so I'm gonna be extra like, well, let's prove it. I'm just waiting for Mike to come back, and I guess I'll restart my broadcast for Ghost Talk.
Yeah.